rise from their exploits and grow. In the spotlight they belong. WBL stands strong.
Alright everyone, and welcome back to WBEL Season 3. Today is the grand day, it's the grand finale of the WBEL tournament. And not as always, because there's more people now, I'm going to be with Itomanpr, Chisei, and GB79.
What's going on, guys?
Hey
it's a crowded house in here.
Yep.
Full house.
Indeed.
So guys, it's the very last time, unfortunately. End of service is coming to our door, and we'll be enjoying this tourney for the last time, yeah.
It's bittersweet. You know, it's 3 seasons now, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of great matches over the years, and yeah, it's crazy that not only the game, but kind of the, you know, this pastime that we've had for all these years is finally coming to its closure.
Right. But for posterity's sake, we always have these YouTube videos to look back on and remember when we
reminisce
on the bullying for numero.
The best part of it, actually. I mean, that's one of the weirds I've been playing for the last couple of years. So
I should have invited Kels instead. Talking about fond memory, we're going to see Luigi and Woody. I didn't even had to put a survey this time. I think that everyone would have voted for this one. Luigi against Woody, fight of the season. What an incredible display of silliness. It was awesome.
Sorry, Woody.
This fight was so crazy because, you know, you see this photo there with Mustadio kind of have 2 statues in front of him, but somehow the Helena almost managed to turn it back, which was even crazier. So yeah, hats off to Logi. He had the meme teams. This was probably the best of them all.
yeah, Logi always did an amazing job bringing just fun teams to watch week after week. But this, I have to agree, this was the highlight of all of his teams. Just fun to watch from beginning to end.
Remember the Mustadio actually going for the 3rd statue, but he never was able to land the Petrify on the Helena. So unfortunately, we ran a little bit short of a full set of stones to fully pay credit to Final Fantasy VI. With Kafka there.
I'm so happy that you ran that Mustadio against Woody, because I had to play Luigi last, and he was already burned. And then he decided to add Mustadio to his party for the playoffs, and I fought him for the first round. So trust me, I had the stones ready for Mustadio. Fight number 1 on top of that. So yeah, congrats to you two. It was a really nice fight, especially to Luigi since he won and pulled that off.
Both players won't forget it anytime soon. For different reasons.
Yeah, this one, no. Okay, so the very last fight, so it's going to be a best of 5. So it's LXD92, the Grand Champion of the Clairvoyant Division, against Crash Master, so the Grand Champion of the Enthusiast Division. So we're going to have a clash of titans. So it's here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that, you know, of course, LXD was in my division, so I had closely watched his games throughout the course of the season. And like we said last time, you know, he kind of got better as the season went along. Crash, we know that he made the grand finals last year as well against Ram 9. And he managed to take down Kells, also from our guild here, to make another final here. And I'm sure he's looking for revenge and to get that title this season. But he's got a strong opponent here in LXD to go through in order to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chisei, from your experience, I think that LXD has a good setup and he's ready to go.
Oh yeah. I definitely did my best to try and prep him for this fight here. But no, LXD's got a formidable roster, plenty of different tools he can bring out, and is just a good player. So Definitely really excited to see this match unfurl because I think Spark's gonna fly.
All right, so let's check out the rosters. Yeah, the viewers won't see it because of GB's face, but the Flag Bearer of Reform has a 1 use and Halloween Lucio 1 use. So those are the uses that are hidden. So yeah, it's going to be Crashmaster against LXD92, the Grim Grimoires against the Non-Nation. The map is Cathedral Rear Courtyard 4, and there's no map effect on the map. So you guys, what can we expect for the first match?
I mean, looking at both of the usages on both rosters, I think you see 7 uses on the Halloween Lucia on Crashmaster side and 7 uses on the Bronwell on the LXD side. So, I mean, if both teams are going to come out swinging, I could easily see them bringing both of those right off the bat. I would be a little afraid of running, like a physical unit into Halloween Lucia, especially the Bronwell, because she's going to be a little bit more vulnerable to magic, whereas Lucia has that nice physical barrier. But at the same time, LXD, I'd say if there's one potential weakness in LXD's roster, is that he doesn't have a whole lot of magic units to really bring. So Bronwell, even though a magic unit would be a better pick into the Halloween Lucia, it still might be one of the best options LXD has. So I would definitely look for that Halloween Lucia versus Bronwell matchup.
Oh, it's kind of shades of last week when LXD was up against Chisei, when up against your roster, Heavy Magic, and we thought that the Bronwell might be outmatched, and LXD managed to prove us wrong. So I think if anybody's able to take down this formidable Lucia, it's going to be LXD's Bronwell.
For me, I had talked with Numero about this earlier, but I was kind of leaning into looking back on Crashmaster's match against Kells. I feel Kells had a pretty close formula to winning against that double quicken Lucia. So I would bet on possibly maybe the Winter Ravies with the Rain, another strong greatsword combo. I feel if they can team up, soak up the damage from Lucia, and maybe eat up her AP through the Frostbite, I feel they could have a good chance against taking down the Halloween Lucia. From Crash's side, I would probably expect either the Lucia or the Astrius, considering there's not a strong lightning threat on LXD's side. And as Chisei pointed out, Lucia has been Crashmaster's most relied on unit, so as long as he prepared something to take that out, I feel he could shake up Crashmaster's tactics. So it should be interesting to see how these players start off the series.
We can see a tendency on Crash's side. 2P follow-up, Astrius follow-up, Zidane follow-up, Lucia follow-up.
Yep.
That guy sure likes the Man-Eater. Let's jump into the first match.
Or Zidane hasn't been used yet, so I don't think we've seen him in WBL.
I don't think that we'll see him also this series because of this Arabius.
Fair.
All right, let's jump into the first match.
Check it out.
All right, so we're going to have Astrius, Tyrell, and Mish against Bronwell, Grace, and Cecil.
Interesting. So we definitely nailed it on the head with the Bronwell from LXD, but he has paired her up with Cecil, which is very interesting. Haven't seen him much this season, so it'll be interesting to see how that fares. Crashmaster is bringing in the water team here with Astrius and Tyrell, and does have Mish there as well. So we've seen what Astrius can do a couple times this season. He's still, able to be a hard DPS carry, especially with the upgraded follow-up that he got, several months back. Does have that poison on there and some enhanced damage. So can't count him out, especially he has some CT up shenanigans he can do as well. And then with Mish with the CT down, if that is able to be lined up in succession, that could be a tough team to beat.
Let's check that out.
All right, so game 1 match of the grand finals. I do I said no numer. Itoman said the Astrius would be a good choice with the follow-ups, and I do like it here too. But I will say that the Cecil being able to get physical barriers could be really nice against this all-physical team. That also being said, Tyrell has really good penetration on his attacks. So if the team doesn't get really one-shot or doesn't get comboed to oblivion, the Grace is going to be there with the backup heals as well. So the Bromwell team's going to be really tough to take out unless we get some good back-to-back attacks here, which JB mentioned before with the CT down from Mish could really allow that to happen, as well as the haste out on this Astrius. I was a little surprised that it went with the Tyrell instead of a Quickener, because I thought that would have probably been a little bit more deadly, but Tyrell is no slouch. As I mentioned before, all those penetrations he has is able to really chew through defenses. So, it's really going to be a matter of, I might be wrong, but I don't think that the Astrius is going to really be able to chew through in one hit. So it's going to be a matter of whether he's going to be able to lap and kind of dependent on the haste and CT down here. So Astrius still not in range, doesn't have any more buffs online, but is able to conserve his CT though. So he goes right after the Cecil, who's not able to one-shot the Mish, who also gets CT up. That's could be really rough, because that jumps him ahead in the turn order.
Yeah, I can Abyssal Mire those two.
Yep, which he does.
Sheesh. Oh, that's really not good.
Well,
only going for the Cecil, yeah. So the ace is gone. We have follow-up on. Not enough to kill that Cecil. Well tank, alright. So we got healed back, and next is going to be Grace, probably healing. But then again, we got Tyrell and Astrius going again. That's so depressing. Next,
the casting time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's also yeah. Bye bye Cecil. So cross destruction, not killing him yet. So now he's dead. 6k. Not doing much on Bronwell, but that poison that's going to nullify the regen is really bad for him. But next it's Bronwell. Yes, she still has the heal back, so plenty of AP, and we're both in line. Righteous Reaver not doing much on Astrius. That's still already this, so about more than 1/3. There's the healing area up, so that's going to be good for them. So Grace again. The buff is going very late. I don't know what it is. Probably I need to cure the poison. So now Astrius, cross destruction, doing absolutely nothing. Oh, sorry. So 5 kill Bronwell. I can't get Grace. Yeah, that's rough to see. And next there's this Bronwell. I hope that she does better damage than last time. Otherwise, she's going to be in a pickle. And going for the LB. Is she only aiming for the backline unit though? So the late Tyrell, yeah. Only Tyrell, not killing him. And so there's the heal back. That's massive. Charge your phone next time. So a ton of damage coming from the Tyrell on that Bronwell, and yeah, it's not looking good for LXD. Edge of no return, and she's done.
Pretty fitting name. Yeah, that was really rough at the end there. Just the fact that, I don't think the Bronwell still had it enough to be able to even take Astrius to courage, but still going for the Tyrell there, who must have been wearing bow tie. I didn't count his movement in the beginning, but he was still pretty far in the back, and also,
he's slow.
She wasn't able. Yeah. And she wasn't able to kill him, so she didn't really have a reason to go after him, as far as I know of, unless he was wearing bow tie. So it worked out really well. Astrius definitely had the speed and the numerous CT ups he got from his attacks. Gave him the speed that I thought that he needed to win the match. So that was really well prepared.
Yeah, I think we saw there exactly why this unit is undercosted in this format. He's way too powerful, as we saw there. Just the amount of CT up that he's able to put on himself. Not to mention being able to wear the Reliquary's katana, which gives him a bunch more agility. So just the turn order advantage that he's able to pull off is really, really strong.
How does he proc the CT up on himself?
I think it's just his cross destruction. I think that was the move that I saw he was getting the CT up on.
I think
I'm
he
not
also
entirely
got
sure.
CT up on his limit burst. I saw him have a.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets a ton on the limits, like 40 on the limit burst. So that's
Oh,
how he was
nice.
able to lap the and then kill the Cecil.
Between that and the Mish, it was a very, very strong combination, and it allowed them to be perfectly lined up for the cross destruction X kind of range. Also shows that Crash was kind of expecting the Bronwell with the Mish using the Light and Dark resist TMR on the first turn. So he was expecting
The Bronwell.
this team from LXD. So
Yeah.
he's now in the driver's seat. We have to see now how LXD will respond.
I really think the star was the Mish with the CT down and the Asher with the CT up. So being able to still have that core and Tyrell being 50 cost means you can easily just swap him out for a quickener or another tank. You know, there's plenty of other options. So I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this team come back again.
Yeah, that's incredibly cheesy to have. The Abyssal Mire for CT down, the CT up on Astrius. The thing with units like Astrius, when they receive their recent upgrades, it were to make them a little bit more competitive against the current meta. So, of course, it was a total failure, but on the other hand, it's tricky because it made them really more powerful than the other ones. All right, so let's check out what's the response from LXD90.
Right? Let's check it out.
It's the same,
Okay.
but with Lisette.
I guess I was wrong. I guess the Tyrell wasn't a flex unit. So being able to run the exact same team back again.
So I think LXD is calling Crashmaster, staying with what worked for him there, and that's what he was doing. But so that the tweak LXD's made here is that he's brought in the Lisette, who, you know, we've seen her do a fair amount of damage, especially against water units. Astrius is weak to strike damage as well. She does hold up against magic damage. I think what the difficult part is going to be overcoming that turn advantage, and we'll have to see how LXD's going to try to answer that.
So it also buffs the physical damage, so that will be a nice damage boost for Bronwell as well.
Yeah, I'm only really picturing that LXD is going to either have to counter with his own, haste and speed buffs on his own, which, you can't really overcome all the CT up, CT down, but you have to do something. So I'm expecting to either see a lot of haste or maybe a TMR that dispels haste, or something. Well, there's that protect to the heal back, so that's nice. I'm pretty sure that was there last time around too. Sacred Girl's Blessing for the mana resist up, so that's
Okay.
gonna definitely help against those follow-ups.
So
Which was a huge portion of the damage last time around. It was like numero last time I was like, oh, the attack didn't do that much, and then the follow-up hit for 7k. So
You see the Mish getting baited here.
Oh, Toad.
that's so unfortunate. That's all his game plan going to the toilet.
yeah, I was like, Mish got baited, but it was pretty positive for him.
That's the danger of baiting Mish if he's not in range for damage.
Yeah, now he's just bullying that frog.
Right, just
But I guess
cleaver.
like I said, it's good for LXD that the CT down didn't go on the Bronwell. Able to get some damage out on the Mish. Unfortunately, not able to lap the Mish, so the Mish will get in one attack before Bronwell gets to go again.
And Lisa's gone. Yeah, that's unfortunate because maybe she would have been able to sustain the hit, and we're not sure.
Asher's going again. My goodness.
He's so damn fast without the haste, so imagine with it. So 4k, follow up, not that much, a poison again, that's unfortunate. Next there's this Mish. And if it's Abyssal Mire, it's going to be very difficult to overcome, so yes. So seated on again.
Oh my gosh. That
Lapping
puts-
again.
Yeah, that puts Astrius right in front.
Tiger Maw,
unfortunate. He
not
does not-
killing anyone. And no, they're gone. Okay.
I was about to say he. Wow. Yeah, I was about to say there was a chance because the chain was interrupted by the niche, so I was like maybe he won't have the damage, but no, he still had plenty of damage even without the chain.
This
What can you say there?
Yeah, there's-
It's just completely broken.
Bramwell's not cutting it.
Yeah.
what I could
Yeah, I
see
think-
though is you have to have something really, really tanky to be able to hit those follow-ups to bait the team on one side while the other units can go for Astrius. I think that with this build, with this kind of damage, is going all in on the damage. So the only thing I could say is that LXD should really stop grouping his unit. He should start to have a bait and maybe something that's very evasive like H-Ray to be able maybe to bait and to evade those hits.
Lucio. He does have the Halloween Lucio, so
Yes.
certainly something he could lean on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be a great. Of course, Astrius is very accurate, but with this kind of damage, I don't think that he's going for accuracy with this Astrius. Yeah, it could be a good bet. Yeah.
And I think I completely agree with Nimro. I think right now probably the game plan, especially if you want to run the Brunwell again, which I still think is probably going to be one of the best options against this Astrius, is you probably want to flex either an interruption unit like a Mia or a Zazan to just run there, disrupt the buffing order, or a diversion tank, just like Nimro said, maybe like a full water resist tank, or as close as you can get, and just put them off on the side and hope that they get focus on that unit. Because right now, the head-on approach this doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, I mean, especially there, you could see that Crash this time his units were right in the middle, so the strategy worked. Yeah, even easier this time. I think the main tank that LXD has is the Rain, so unfortunately that's not really going to help him too much against this team. The evasion angle, maybe, but all three of those units do have guaranteed hits, and there's no nullification there for Lucio either. I don't know. I think this is a tough team here for him to tackle with, at least from what we've seen so far.
All right. So let's see if they've made any adjustments.
Check it out. This could be the last one.
Oh,
Running it a third time.
Let's
Third
see if
time's
they're
the
all
charm.
grouped up.
Third time.
Yeah, so Crashmaster's still in the middle there. We'll have to see if LXD has adjusted his position. I think that he behooves him to change it. He has gone back to the Cecil, who I think definitely held up better than the Lisette. But yeah, we'll have to see if he's. Yeah, I think the change of position is needs to happen here.
What I could see is that in LXD's mind, there's nothing that can beat the Lucia team except this Brownwell team. So maybe that's his in-between team safe team.
yeah. And then when you're down 2 games, Crash in the driver's seat. Yeah, also positioning in the middle. It's going to be a rough one. I'll have to see what changes were made in the buffs, but it's going to be a rough one. That's all I'm going to say. And like I said, but with Crashmaster being in the driver's seat, he really could have just swapped to any team at this point.
Oh no, that's too late.
It was a smart idea, but yeah, unfortunately, with that TMR not removing the haste and the haste already coming online, it's not going to really help out too much in this fight. And then there's the Keen Blade again. And that was actually something I was a little curious about too from Crashmaster's side as to why he was running the Tyrell versus, Quickener. But that CT up, just getting those early turns, getting in there right away, it's really all you need. And he's a really good backup damage dealer as well. So I can see why he chose to stick with Tyrell. All units are now in the middle. The Mish goes next before the Bramwell, but if he lands another Abyssal Mire again, we saw it happen last time. It just means Astrius is going to go again. Okay, only landing on the Cecil. So the Bramwell's going to get a turn, but unless she one-shots the Mish, it's going to be kind of a repeat. Yeah, not one-shotting the Mish, getting the CT up again. Yeah, I'm not liking the odds here.
Oh, straight for Brownwell.
Yeah. I think in the first game too, I think the limit burst landed on Cecil, so
No poison this time.
No poison.
He learned.
Let's hope the casting time is better. Hoping the casting time is better, but there's not
Yes,
really
one
too much
tick.
you can... Oh, okay, good.
Okay,
That's
the
actually
adjustments are nice at least, with the Cecil baiting at the beginning too, cross destruction, but
Oh, there goes Grace.
and 6k on that Bronwell. So next it's Cecil. Killed that Mish at least. Bronwell is going again, so it's not too bad. So bye bye Mish. So for once at least. Okay, so Bronwell next. Not enough HP, but we got the regen, not the attack. Righteous Cleaver, not doing a lot. Only 5k. Next Tyrell is in range. I don't think so. No, okay, so only advancing forward. Saving CD. Next is Astrius. If he does a lot of damage, it's going to be done. Avoidable Blade. Ah, yeah, I think she's out.
So yep, I think so. Wow.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
congratulations to Crashmaster, so the grand winner of the final WBEL season. I don't see a comeback coming.
As much as it would be awesome to see Cecil make this comeback, I have to agree. Huge congrats to Crashmaster here. Definitely saw the potential in the Astrius pick and rode it all the way to the grand finals. And as we saw in the usage before, he wasn't even using Astrius all the way here. It was the Halloween Lucia that mostly carried him here. So really busting out the Astrius for the grand finals was a real good showcase of his power.
Congrats to Crash. He rewrote the narrative and finally claimed the grand championship of WBEL. So I know he should be very excited right now. And LXD, well fought. I mean, you made it to the grand finals and you put up a great show throughout all this season. It's great to be able to shoutcast and spectate match between Titans as you have both shown us today.
Yeah, because not to make it to the grand finals, had to not only beat everyone in your division, but also the champions of the other divisions. So, it was definitely a hard-fought battle to get here, and huge props to both LXD and Crashmaster for even making it this far.
Yeah, definitely. So Crashmaster, congrats, man. It's a long time coming. You were knocking on the door last season. You managed to do it this season. So well done. You came up with a pretty tough strategy to beat on this map. And we saw, what Astrius was able to do there. So, but definitely tip your cap to LXD as well. He put up a great fight over the course of the season, took down some great opponents, and, showed that, proved his mettle, throughout the entire way. So, yeah, well done, and hopefully we'll see everyone again in a future game.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Crash, for participating and also for shotcasting with us this season. It's been really nice to have some support. The job that you did with Chase was really great. That's amazing. And also, it's not the last one because they're going to shotcast the third place match against Chisei and Kels. So yeah, props to you, Crash, as a solid player. I mean, he's good in all game mode, even in manual. He's worked hard to get there after his unfortunate crushing defeat against Ram 9 in the grand finale last season. This time he decided to switch it around and had one for himself on LXD, poor guy. As for LXD, I mean, I've met him a long time ago in a Friday Night Fight. It was always nice fighting against him because the fights were always... There was always some spice, so it was really nice. It was nice to have him around for the last 2 seasons. Great player, like Jesus said, if to go that far, to be champion of your division, you did something great. So you can be really proud of yourself. And I think that he is proud enough because he decided to send me his photo to show to everyone.
So it's like I said earlier, bittersweet. This is our last hurrah here as shoutcasting the division, but definitely want to say a big thanks to you, Numero, for running this and for 3 seasons strong. And I think it got better each season. Did really enjoy the flex option this year as well, even though people were kind of skeptical at first. I think it turned out to be a great addition. So bummer that we're not going to have another one, but glad we were able to kind of ring out the ending weeks of the game with this one.
I was going to say that I was looking forward to season 4, but
season 4 ideas was so nice. On top of that, it would have been so cool.
Riding on JB's words, I can't stress how how important your role has been in the community, Numero. The effort you've put, even now that we're riding over to EOS, all these community WBNs and the manual tournament that you're currently hosting. These have been a tremendous effort for one last hurrah in this game that it really brought a lot of us together. And I'm really honored that, back in season 2, when you invited me to Shoutcast, even though I had never done anything even remotely close to something like this at a time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. It really, broke the mold for me, brought me out into doing something different, and I'm always very appreciative of, being given that kind of opportunity and being able to interact with all of you, such great players and great human beings. I'm very grateful for the time that we spent together and this last chance that we had to Shoutcast and just share and kid around with each other. I know it sounds like I'm always bullying Numero, but it's mutual and always in good fun. So
I've never done such thing, no.
So thanks for all of it.
Wasn't alone. Was a team effort, and I mean, if it wasn't of Chisei here, it also never would have been up to life. So really, thank you for your support. Thank you for everyone. Seriously.
Here.
Yep. I said my thanks like 2-3 videos ago. You're not gonna say. I'm joking.
Perfect. So thank you, everyone. I'll just go watch it back then.
I don't have anything else extra to add. Both JB and Itoman said it perfectly. I would have stopped playing the game a while back if it wasn't for community tournaments, and with you stepping up and taking the space and really, kind of being the pioneer now on auto tournaments. It's been great to not only participate in them with you, but also to Shoutcast and just kind of be part of the whole process from rule creation and just everything from beginning to end. It's been great. So thank you so much for putting this all together and for keeping me interested in the game and letting me get this experience to meet and talk to all these great people.
Honestly, it's all thanks to all those pillars that paved the way for me. Honestly, all I did was to rip off some ideas. If it weren't from K-Sun, there will be no WBL today. If it weren't of GB, I would have quit the game long ago. I mean, I made a lot of friends along the way. It was really a nice community. I had fun with everyone. I shared some frustrations, but everyone does after a big crushing defeat. It's what happens when you mock and try for hours and then have a crushing defeat anyway. So I'll miss this. In another way I won't, because now I have a lot more free time and I'm kind of enjoying it. I don't know if the community will still hang around for other games. Maybe if they're releasing another What If 2 or something similar, a tactic game. I don't know if people will have the courage to hop on now that we've known what brutal gacha is during 5 years. But yeah. Really thank you everyone for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I guess this is it, guys. Next step is going to be the last Leonis report.
Yep.
That is going to be coming up this week. Yes, on Friday nights. Will and I are going to be having a toast to 5+ years in the game. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys there.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to it. It'll be a nice last piece of closure.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing you in the next video since it was the last one. Thank you for all the support during all this time, like I said, and cheers. Have success with your life and in your future projects. I hope that you'll enjoy the future game that you're going to play, and this time that you will gain with your families. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Remember
See
to
ya.
bully numero every once in a while.
Yes. Poor me. Unfortunately. No.
40 hearts aligned in play for the tourney of the might. The Black Enthusiast League is here, with friends and foes so near. An epic journey to the top, never resting, never stop. Wbel calls our name, you get up for the grand game. It's the place to be right now, cheers and shouts we scream out loud. Numero 80 leads the way, Chisei's voice will guide the play. Heroes bow for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule. In the spotlight they belong, Wbel stands strong. They aren't blind, they're enthusiasts, and not all clairvoyant, but they are all charming in their own way. Heroes proud for all to see, champions rise from their exploits